this is Sam, JVS Media and Productions, but I can't see you. I can hear you.
Thank you so much. Great. And the amount of dedication with the action, because I've seen a lot of amazing, action-based choreography, specifically in the last few years. But this one, there was a lot of long takes. There was a lot of moments where I was like, how is the actor not burnt out? It's just so much dedication that you can feel with them keeping and maintaining their characters at the same time, what it really takes. And so I was curious about, you've already answered like how long some of it took, but as far as conditioning and training and just getting them the mentality of how you wanted each scene to be shot and envisioned, what did that look like? What was the undertaking with that?
Yeah, one thing that was very important, like you said, was them to be in a good physical condition as well as mental condition. Luckily, there have been actors who have been maintaining a certain level of physical condition all throughout their acting career. So that was easy. They could amp up their physical condition to suit the requirement of the scene. And the way we shoot is that I don't do second units and third units. I pretty much shoot everything myself. So there's a lot of time in prepping for if we prep for a sequence, maybe 10 days or 15 days, depending on what the sequence is. So the part of the prep is them going through the training of what they have to do for that particular sequence. So because that's how it goes, we don't shoot continuously. We practice, we shoot, take a break, practice, shoot, practice, shoot. So that goes on for 320 days. So that's how they achieve it.
Oh gosh, you guys make it seem seamless. It literally looks like certain scenes look like it's just one whole take. I'm like, how can they reshoot and be like, okay, cut, let's do this again? I can't even imagine. So congratulations. It looks gorgeous, but it looks like it was a lot of dedication put into it as well.
Yeah, it is. They are really, really dedicated guys. And thanks for the appreciation, Sam.
Yeah, so I feel like it's still an ongoing thing, this pandemic. And I was just curious, when you kind of began the project in that time frame, like, were you concerned about like how the pandemic would affect financially, with locations, as well as like health concerns? Did you deal with any of those kind of issues in the developmental stage early on, or even during when you were trying to make? I was just curious if there's any constraints that you had.
Yeah, when we started the film, there was no COVID, so we were into almost like 50% of the production when the first lockdown happened. So
oh my God,
everything was shut down. At that point of time, there were much larger concerns with the whole humanity. So just talking about the film was not the biggest issue. We went to an extent like, are we going to survive this as a mankind?
Right.
And the problem was for everyone, not just for my film. There are hundreds and hundreds of projects which were stalled. And but in the initial lockdown, what we did was, even though we didn't know what's going to happen to our film, to the project in a whole, we continued paying all the staff, everyone who is on the monthly salary basis. We continued paying them their salaries for some time, as long as the producer could afford. Then we paid them half the salary for a certain amount of time. Then luckily the lockdown got cancelled and we were getting back to this thing. Then we looked at the financial aspect of it, and we knew we were going to lose a certain amount to that. But we thought that's fine. Let's think. Okay, we lost some footage, or we are reshooting some kind of footage. We just took it in the stride, and we didn't worry too much about it because we knew we had a good story. We could still make a decent profit of it, and we continued. Then there was another lockdown, which was more of an irritating thing because different countries had different lockdown guidelines. So there were a lot of sequences where I had to get the Westerners coming to the movie, and I couldn't get them from anywhere across. Some of the main actors couldn't get visa to get to my country. So that was quite an issue, and we had to do a lot of going around, finding out solutions for, sometimes we had to find solutions for a shot, sometimes for the scene. And I had to shoot one background in India, one actor in Ukraine, one actor online, and combine them all together to make up the scene. That was a bit of a headache. And the last lockdown was just before the release of the movie. About 10 days into the release of the movie, another lockdown came in, and we had to postpone the release of the movie for 2.5 months. But again, during that time, I had a little chance to fine-tune the VFX. So I shouldn't be complaining because everyone suffered from the COVID pandemic. So I think we are one of the few people who got out of it with just small scratches. So we shouldn't be complaining.
No, that's great. Because there's a lot of different, filmmakers and actors that were affected in such a way that they either one had to drop out or had to drop the project, or it was kind of postponed indefinitely. And so I'm glad that, you guys kind of ran with the punches and brought it together. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Falling out the top of the I can see the skyline, 50 mile radius on my timeline. Ain't nothing on my mind, oh Lord.